Could a concrete highway barrier stop a 50 cal? That's the question that we're gonna answer today. We have a gigantic concrete barrier pulled from a highway. My name's Parker, you're watching EE Life, where we take anything and everything and we shoot it with guns and we see what happens. You may have seen it in movies. Somebody's running, they jump over the highway, they're in construction sites, they're everywhere, and they are so heavy. We had to have it delivered on a semi truck. So we got it down here. We have it all the way down here at the end of our range, about 100 yards out. And it's safe to say this thing is never going to move again. It is about 2,000 pounds. It's, I don't know, what is this, 10 inches thick?
You think we're getting through it today?
I think that the Silver Tip 50 will give us a chance. We have Fred ready to go. He's not ready to go. All right, Fred is in position. He's ready to go behind our barrier. Let's see if the barrier will save his life today. Will he survive yet another video? All right, here we go. Starting out with our Glock 19, shooting a 9mm against our concrete Jersey barrier.
Hang on.
Let's see what it can do.
Hang on. I think someone's coming.
Might be our neighbor.
You want to just wait?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know what he wants. Is this the guy like adjacent to our property?
Is that the neighbor?
Yeah.
Is he cool?
How's it going?
Listen, Parker, I'm not coming over here again. I don't know how many times I have to come over here and talk to you about the shooting, but it's getting really annoying.
Okay. Sorry about that.
No, man, I've got livestock. I live right next door. I work from home, and the constant shooting of your weapons and all the loud noise all the time, I'm done with it. Like,
Okay.
I'm going to call the sheriff's department if it doesn't stop.
No, all right.
Whatever you're doing, it has to stop, man. My animals, my wife, my kids, it's causing me stress with my work. I'm trying to watch golf, and I'm sitting here listening to this. It's got to stop, bro. Has to.
Okay.
And get a haircut, too.
Just cut the camera.
Well, that's not good.
I know a guy we can call in. We just got to go dark. Eagle 1, this is Ghost Rider. Yeah, we need to initiate Operation Midnight. We are going dark. I repeat, Operation Midnight, we're going dark. Over.
What is Operation Midnight?
That's how we go quiet. You'll see. I was hoping it wouldn't come to this soon, but we're gonna have to go dark sooner than I anticipated. All right, I got my guy coming.
What do you mean you got your guy coming?
Let's just say Operation Midnight's a go.
Operation Midnight?
Yeah.
Did you just make that up?
Nope. Operation shh, shh, shh. Shh.
You don't have anyone.
Shh.
Do you actually?
Shh.
Coming?
Yeah, he'll be here. He's here.
What?
It's like a precaution thing. He has to assess the perimeter before he comes up anywhere. He can't just show up here. I wouldn't expect you to understand that though. It's Ryan. That's who we use when we're going dark. Yeah, man. Thanks for coming.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Good to see you.
Nice to be seen.
All right, here we go. Operation Midnight's underway. We have Ryan here. This is my guy. He's pretty much on call 24/7. Anytime I tell him Operation Midnight's a go, he just knows he packs up his stuff and then he comes down here.
Dude, I keep it ready. All times I'm ready.
So we have a Suburban filled with suppressors here from Silencer Co. so that we can stay quiet, so we can make our neighbors happy. All right, we have an entire new arsenal of guns, each of them with a suppressor on them. So we're gonna be able to do what we always do, which is to start small and work our way up to see what is gonna happen to our 2,000-pound concrete highway barrier. But this time we're gonna be doing it dark. It's gonna be Operation Midnight. Shh. All right, Ryan, so what do we want to start with?
Well, I think we should start with the Staccato 9mm, one of the finest pistols you can find. And on it, we've got a Spectre 9 TI. TI stands for titanium. It's super lightweight. It's super quiet. You're going to love it.
Sweet.
It's
Can I call it a silencer?
You can
Some
call it
people
whatever.
them
Suppressor, silencer, we don't care, man.
Okay.
We don't care.
Don't tell them that in California. Okay, we're starting out with our 9mm full metal jacket. We have a Staccato pistol, and we're shooting a Spectre 9 suppressor. And I feel like I should be in a suit right now or something, man. Yeah, like I'm in a James Bond movie. Like I just got off the blackjack table and about to just go run through the streets or something. All right, here's our 9mm against our concrete barrier. kind of heard a piece of that jacket just kind of whiz off. Did you hear that? Here we go. It actually took out a little bit of a bigger chunk than maybe I was expecting. We have a little divot in here. So it took out a little chunk, didn't do a whole lot. Fred, how are you? He says fine. Ryan, do you think that a 50 cal would go through this?
Well, I don't know. I think yes, I'm gonna go with yes, but it's gonna make a big mess.
All right, what do you want to shoot next?
So this is a newer hunting round. It's a Ruger American Gen 3 rifle. So it's a rifle that thousands and thousands of Americans shoot. It's in 22 ARC. So I just took this one. I just got back from South Dakota hunting prairie dogs with it. I think it'll be a great one to shoot. The bullet's really cool. It's super fast. So probably 3,000 foot per second.
And this is the round, right?
That's it,
That
yep.
shoots?
Yep.
All right, next up, we have our 22 ARC. We're shooting our Ruger American rifle, and we have our Scythe TI suppressor here. Here we go. Here's our 22 ARC against our concrete barrier. Firing. We got some shrapnel. That's a pretty big chunk, man. All right, so we have a fairly big chunk that came out of our barrier here. Honestly, bigger than I was expecting. This thing's just like extremely dense. Right into our yellow line here. It's my hand for comparison, so I don't know. But Fred is still fine back there. Let's move up to whatever gun Ryan wants to shoot next. We are moving up to our 5.56, and what are we gonna be shooting it with?
This is a Daniel Defense Mark 18. It's got a Neotech on top and a Velos 5.56 low back pressure suppressor on the front.
This is like a Call of Duty gun. All right, here we go. We have our 5.56. Let's see what it does against our concrete here. And we're shooting this Mark 18. It's even set up for night vision. That's sweet. It has a Velos 5.56 suppressor on the end. And I still don't need ears. This is amazing. All righty, I'm firing. Here's our 5.56 against our concrete barrier. Hang on, Fred. All right, here we go, 5.56. So very similar to our 22 ARC in terms of depth, but it actually was not quite as wide as our 22 ARC. So it did take out a little chunk, maybe a ½ inch, but concrete is still intact. Fred is still fine back there. Let's move up. All right, what do we have next?
This is a Jigsaw Weaponry 6mm ARC. It's in a, it's not like a bolt action. This is semi-auto platform, kind of like your AR that you usually shoot. On the end is the Velo 7.62. It's going to take all the pressure and gas that happens when the bullet fires back here, and it's going to push all that away from the shooter and out the muzzle of the gun. So this is right off the shelf ammo.
And explain to me, you said it's kind of comparable to the 5.56 that we shoot?
This is, I think you guys usually shoot a 55 grain
Okay.
5.56 full metal jacket. This is more of a hunting round. It's got a ballistic tip on the front, so it's going to help with the expansion. It is a heavier grain bullet, and it's going faster than your 55 grain stuff is. So this is going to go probably 3,100 foot per second out of this gun. It's super fast.
All right, here we go. 6mm ARC against our concrete barrier, firing. All right, 6mm ARC hit right here. This is definitely the deepest so far. Not by a whole lot, but I think that that's the deepest so far. See our chunk that it took out here, but still only like maybe 3/4 of an inch. Fred's still fine. So this thing's holding up really well. So you would be pretty safe hiding behind one of these. You see them in the movies, hiding behind them, jumping behind them. It's actually taking me back, just seeing this is kind of taking me back to some of the movies that I was in the past, where we were just always doing stunts, having to jump over stuff. I doubt you would have seen them though. It was the Jason Bourne series.
You were in the Jason Bourne series?
You know, Jason, I am Jason Bourne. You don't believe me, do you?
No.
All right, watch this.
It's Jason Bourne.
All right, moving up to our 300 blackout. Ryan?
190 grain Hornady Sub X. Super cool round, subsonic. We're gonna shoot it out of the SIG MCX, obviously in 300 blackout. Got an aim point on top, red dot, super easy. And the Scythe STM. This can's really cool because it's full auto and all this stuff, but you can take the end part off and make it shorter if you want. I like it longer because it's quieter, but if you need it shorter, you can make it shorter.
And this little guy's for NVG if you want night
This is
vision.
for all the illumination and lasering you want to do when you're on your night ops.
Cool. I'd go on a lot of night ops. All right, here we go. Here's our 300 blackout against our concrete highway barrier. much smaller entry, it looks like. All right, here we go. Here's our 300 blackout. Smallest chunk taken out so far, maybe because it was subsonic, maybe it's a type of round, not sure exactly. Regardless, concrete barrier is fine and Fred is fine. All right, we are moving up to our 6.5 Creedmoor 140 grain bullet.
This is going to be an Impact 737R action on a foundation stock, and on the end, we've got the Scythe TI. Super quiet can. It's been really popular in the kind of the competition world, which is where this gun is kind of from. Shoot it.
Cool.
It's heavy.
All right, we have our 6.5 Creedmoor in our Impact 737 against our concrete highway barrier. Let's do it. Did you hear that? It's like raining rocks on us, man. Here we go. Look at our chunks here, man. So I kind of overlapped one of these other shots, but our 6.5 Creedmoor, I don't know, it's probably 3 inches lower than that. Is definitely our deepest so far. We got a big chunk taken out. That looks like maybe an inch and a half, maybe an inch of penetration. Barrier's still doing great. Fred is literally asleep right now. Fred, that was pretty cool. I've never shot like a competition gun before. He said you can shoot at 1,400 yards. It's like almost as far as I was when I shot that grizzly in Alaska. Did I ever tell you about that? 1,600 yards away, charging at me. All right, next up, we got the 308. Ryan, what do we got?
So we're going to shoot it on the LMT 308, Elcan Spectre on top, Velo 7.62 on the end to make it quiet. No gas in your face. It's going to be great to shoot.
All right, here we go. We have our 308 and we're shooting our LMT AR here. I'm excited for this one. All right, I'm firing. 308. That was pretty significant. That wasn't nothing. Look at this puppy. Deepest hole yet, probably 1.5 inches at least. Lots of concrete came out, but no cracks in the back, no signs of anything, and Fred is still fine. So we're gonna have to keep moving up. There you go. So a concrete barrier will protect you from everything all the way up to a 308 at least. All right, we're moving up to our 460 Smith & Wesson Magnum. What do we got?
We got the Bighorn Custom lever action in 460 Smith & Wesson Magnum. Hybrid 46 DTM on the end. It's gonna keep it nice and quiet. Looks great on there. You're gonna love it.
All right, here we go. We have our 460 Magnum here against concrete. Firing. That was a big boy. Oh, it's just so satisfying. Here we go, 460 Magnum. About an inch into our concrete. Was this a 6.5 Creedmoor? Or was this, no, this is a 308. 308 is still in the lead, I believe. So 308 is still in the lead. That's it, there's only one thing left to do. See if the 50 can do it. All right, Ryan, thank you for coming from Silencer Co. Brought all these sweet guns, awesome suppressors. Definitely the coolest arsenal we've ever showcased on UU Life, man.
Yeah, man, I'm happy to be here. You call anytime, right around the corner.
And like you're saying, like 24/7, you always have this loaded. You weren't just saying that, right? You always have it loaded down.
Gun truck's always loaded. It's ready to go.
Okay.
On standby.
For next Operation Midnight.
That's right.
Thank you, Ryan, for bringing all those sweet guns and the suppressors, or the cans, as I like to call them. Once you're kind of in the industry a while, you call them cans. This video would not be complete without the 50 cal though. And so our neighbor is just gonna have to put up with a few shots from the 50. We're gonna see if it will go all the way through our concrete highway barrier.
What do you think's gonna happen?
So I'm gonna shoot it. You good?
Yeah.
Hang on, Fred. Fred. All right, here's our hit from the 50. I did not see Fred move. I can see this penetrated much deeper than anything else. That is just a dark hole. I don't know how deep that bullet went. Huge crater is like multi-level cracking here, and then it shot out this way, and then this way a few feet. Cracked over the top as well, and it did not come all the way through, but check out this crack. We got one horizontally, one vertically, but Fred is untouched. Our concrete barrier was able to stop even the silver tip 50 cal. So what I'm gonna attempt to do is hit the same spot again and see if 2 shots of silver tip 50 would penetrate through this barrier. And then if that doesn't work, maybe we'll try a third and we'll just see how many shots of 50 cal it takes to get through this thing for it to finally give way. I got a little twig here to see how deep that bullet actually went, and there you go. So that's how far it went inside our barrier, and then let's see it from the top. So that means our bullet is like right here halfway. Pretty deep. So if I hit it one more time, maybe it'll blow it all the way through. Let's find out. Let's go.
All right, hang on, Fred. This is silver tip 50 cal shot number 2. He didn't move. We got a huge chunk taken out though.
All right, man. It's really starting to compromise. Here's our second hit with the 50 cal. So that did go about the same distance in. Big crack in the front, huge crack in the back, but it stopped the second round of 50. Fred is still safe. Look at the size of this crack now, but it is holding up. I don't think it's gonna stop a third though. Oh, it's gonna be close. It depends on how close I get to the original 2 shots, I think. Let's try a third one.
All right, shot number 3 of our silver tip 50 cal. Let's see if this is the final blow to blow through it. Hang on, Fred. Fred.
All right, man. Fred is on the ground. That's all I know. Oh no. So this was our first shot, and then I don't really know. I think maybe this was the third. It's kind of hard to tell. Yeah, so that must have been the second shot, and I'm not seeing an end to that one. Check the back. Went all the way through. Look at that. So it took a huge chunk of concrete out of the back. It came all the way through, widened all these cracks, and then came all the way through and put an end to Fred here. It went through his stomach, and then he lost his head. So it took 3 shots to finally penetrate all the way through. I'm kind of surprised that the whole thing didn't like crumble. It just like slowly took chunks out of that one spot, and then finally it weakened enough so that the silver tip could come all the way through. But this thing was extremely durable. It's still intact even after 3 shots. So a lot of you guys are always looking for body armor. So this is really a great choice for you. It stopped 2 of the silver tip 50 cal rounds and then every other gun that we threw at it. So keep one of these on you. It's about 2,000 pounds, but all in all, a really great option, you know, if you're looking for concealable body armor. There you have it. One of the toughest things that we've ever shot. Our concrete highway barrier stopped everything all the way up to the 50 cal, and it took 3 shots of silver tip 50 cal to finally blow through. This was a fun one to shoot, and thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one.
I feel like you used to do it better.